Hi, and welcome to Chasing the Twist. Today I'm going to do something that I haven't really done on this channel very much, and that is talk about music. And in particular, I'm going to talk about the TC Electronic Ditto X4 looper pedal and some interesting ways that you can use it. So, welcome to my little corner in the main room. You can probably hear a lot of echoes, but it is what it is. And I'm going to show you some somewhat embarrassing things because I'm in the process of building my workshop, and once my workshop is built, I'm going to build my pedal board. So my pedals are just on the floor, so forgive the appearances. But I wanted to show some out of the ordinary ways of using the Ditto X4 looper, and let's jump into it. First, let's take a look at Midi Clock In. So here I have my Korg Volca sample, which I've modded so that the MIDI out comes out of the sync out port. And these are commonly modded, and oftentimes they add another 5-pin DIN port here or on the back. I wanted to just play around with it without drilling any holes in the Korg, so I basically hotwired it from the MIDI out connections on the circuit board to the sync out port. And then I made a custom cable, which is a stereo 3.5mm TRS jack to a 5-DIN MIDI jack. So I'm just using this right now for the clock, and I just have a simple hi-hat. The tempo is set at 90 beats per minute. We can see this light here is flashing. I've already recorded some stuff, but I'll get rid of that. So what the MIDI sync allows you to do is it just allows you to start and stop your loop in time with the clock. So even though I was playing out of time, the looper pedal will start and stop in time with the MIDI clock. Let me turn off some of my effects. So why is that cool? That's cool for several reasons. One, especially if you're playing to a drum track, your loops will be in time and you won't get out of sync. So, for example, let's pretend I have this simple beat, and I'm going to use the MIDI clock out to help me record in time. So as you heard, even though I may have been playing slightly out of time, the loop will stay in sync with the drum track. So that is huge, and that's one of the main reasons I bought this Ditto X4 looper, was for the MIDI in and MIDI sync, clock sync support. So that's one way that I haven't seen really talked about online very much, but it does support MIDI clock in. There's also a MIDI through port on the back of this, so if you wanted to daisy chain other pedals or other sequencers or what have you. So that's one thing. The next is I've also discovered that you can use the Ditto X4 looper like a delay. It's a very long delay, but still delay all the same. Okay, so now I'm just using the Korg as a simple tempo click track, and that's only to record my to time the clicks of my loops. So what I've discovered is with this decay feature, you can use it a little bit like a delay. So I've created a short little loop with nothing in it right now. But what the Ditto X4 allows you to do, it allows you to have your two loops, and one loop can be multiple of the other. So this loop is, let's pretend this is in 90 beats per minute on the 8th note. So this loop is a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So now I can have my loop 2 be any multiple of this. I can have it be the same length, twice as long, 3 times as long, so on and so forth. So let's play around with that a little bit. That last one wasn't supposed to be there. Anyway, so now that that's going, you'll notice my decay was all the way up. I'm going to turn my decay down, and I also have my loop volume down on loop 1. And I'll just hit record. Maybe I'll turn on some phaser. So you can have the volume be different. You can have the delay volume be louder or softer. You can have it decay faster or slower. You can have it just hit repeat once. You can have it repeat quite a few times. And then of course the effects, the only one I really use is fade maybe, and even then I don't really use it all that often. But I think that's what I wanted to show, is that you can use the looper pedal in potentially unique ways. Thanks for checking out my video on the TC Electronic Ditto X4 looper, and I hope you found it useful. And I think I tried to cover some areas of the looper pedal that wasn't really covered elsewhere online, at least not that I could really find. Of course, you can use, another reason why I bought this looper pedal is because it has the sync and serial mode, so you can either play loop 1 and loop 2 at the same time, and having loop 2 being multiples of the loop 1 is cool. But you can also play it in serial mode, so you can have part A of the song and then you can switch to part B, and there's toggles on the back, dip switches on the back, so that it will switch from part A to part B and back to A at the end of the loop. So you can just hit the foot switch at any point in the middle of that loop and it will switch at the end of the loop. So that's cool too, and that's definitely main reason I purchased this looper pedal. But as I showed, the MIDI in feature is really very useful in my opinion. If you use a MIDI clock for delay or reverb or a drum machine, or if you're playing accompanying other parts to a song, having the MIDI in to your looper pedal is very useful to stay in time. Having the decay feature, at first I wasn't sure how I would use it, and I'm still not entirely sure, but it's a fun sort of effect, especially for more ambient playing, which isn't really my gig necessarily. However, hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if you want to see other things about the looper pedal. I'd be happy to show it more and more traditional ways maybe of how it's usable and how I use it. And expect another video once I clean up my situation with and build my custom pedal board. So thanks for watching and happy playing.